sure you've been told you need to think about window treatments in your space, but you might not be thinking about why you need them. So Nikki's going to explain what situations you might be in and what you might want to consider because, man, there's so many options out there for drapery.
Right.
There's sheers, there's blackout, there's different materials. So let's start with why you would want window treatments.
Well, the first thing is privacy.
Yes.
You know, when I moved into my first place, it was floor-to-ceiling windows, wall-to-wall, and I wanted like the sexy sort of elegant look, so I got all sheers.
Nice.
And it was perfect during the day, but in the evening, everybody sees everything.
Right.
Because the light is from the inside. So
free show at Nikki's.
Right.
Starting at 7 p.m.
Privacy is really important. Sheers are great because they do give you privacy during the daytime.
Yes.
And then there's a lot. They have come out in a lot of different colors and also some pattern. And they have a very elegant sort of aesthetic.
Yes.
But it's important to pair them up and layer them with other things so that you can have that added functionality. Now, before I get into the panels, I do want to talk about direction of light and window exposure. So just to kind of explain that, north-facing light, so essentially the way that your window is facing does affect the sun that you get, the type of sun that you get. So north-facing is you never get direct sunlight. It's always the rays that are coming through, but not direct sunlight. So that tends to be the colder type of light. East and west are more... they're more consistent because you get, it depends on the time of day. So you want to think about when you're using that room. So for example, east, because the sun rises in the east, during the morning you get that sun up until the afternoon, and then it's the reverse for west.
Yes.
Now, south-facing light is that full, really great light that you get, but it can be quite hot. So one thing that you want to think about when you're choosing your panels is you want to make sure that you're choosing something that can give you that, the light, blocking light when you need it to, and also temperature control is really important. So,
so if you have an east-facing bedroom, you might want to consider blackouts.
Right,
because
exactly.
you're going to be woken up every single day from the sun.
Right. So, for example, if you have a south-facing window, then you want to get something that is a little bit thicker because with all that sun coming in, there's a lot of heat that's coming in.
Yes.
So with the panels, it's great to layer that, and it's really good for like west or east because it still gets the sun in, and then you can get that added privacy, and it doesn't block out all the sun rays.
Lovely.
Now, with the south-facing light, you want to make sure you get some blackouts because during the day in the summertime, it's going to be really hot, especially if you have those full, large windows.
Yes.
So the blackout will keep the warm in the wintertime and keep the cool, the hot out in the summertime.
Yeah, that's what you want. This is going to save on your energy bills, as a matter of fact. So spend the money on the drapes that make the most sense with the treatment that works, because that is going to save you a little bit, right?
Now, now style. We'll talk about style a little bit.
Let's talk about the pretty stuff.
With the shears, a lot of them come and they just kind of bunch up like this, and it's. I mean, I don't think it's the most attractive. So it's great to have a double layer kind of rail so that you can hide that, but then you also pair it with another layer of the ripple fold. So these are really cool. They have a back tab at the back here, which easily slides on.
Oh,
so it kind of gives you that very sleek, seamless look.
Yes. So it looks like this. They all look perfect. If you're a designer out there, you'll make sure it's all perfect all the time.
Now, the thing with this is that once you slide it, you kind of lose that ripple.
Yes.
So what you can use is a pleat hook.
Okay.
And this, when you hook it onto the it actually keeps that pleat there, so you kind of still get that seamless look. Or if you want more of a contemporary look, you can use the ring hook. So this goes on the top of the rail, and then you just clip the curtain onto the bottom of that.
Oh, smart. Okay, and then they stay where they're supposed to stay there on the ring. Okay, lovely. Okay, let's move on to these. What are these called?
These are just tabs.
Tabs, okay. So tabs are a nice, neat way to do it as well.
Right, exactly. So they hang off just from the top. And the one thing about these is that they're not as clean as the ripple fold. Yeah. Because once you pull them, you kind of get that gap that's there, so you see everything. So I prefer the ripple fold, but this is another option that there is.
That also works. Or you could do grommets.
Or you could do the grommets, which are really, really beautiful, really great looking. Yeah. And easy. And because the way that you fold it, now this is a little trick that I have with grommets. When you're folding them to put them on the rail, I always use fold them in alternating directions so that you always get that ripple. Oh. And then you slide it through.
That's
as
smart.
opposed to putting them through. So then you always get that kind of pleat.
Okay, no, I get it. I've got drapes like that for my shower curtain, so that's how I'm going to fold it from now on. Very good. I love that.
Now, the other thing to remember is maintenance.
Yes.
And what you're using the room for. So if you have kids, you might not want to use like a velvet or a silk in the room, because then you won't be able to wash it. You have to get that dry cleaned.
Right.
But if you get a ready-made drape, you can go ahead and throw it in the wash. And the other way to do it is by using a steamer.
Yes.
So it keeps it nice and straight and looking very clean, but also it disinfects it. Right. So just by running the steamer up and down, it disinfects it, makes it look really nice, and kind of keeps them looking all fresh.